Hey Gemini, happy Tuesday, Mars Day. Here we are. I don't know about you, but today has been much better for me than yesterday was. So pay attention to the days of the week. Do you have a pattern? So for me, Monday is a difficult day, and Tuesdays are usually pretty sort of productive and kind of energetic. I was born on a Tuesday. We can talk more about this some other time, but paying attention to your patterns and connecting that with the days of the week can help you with scheduling. So, okay, but hey, we're here. This is the cosmic weather forecast for the week of December 7th, 2020. And your Gemini sun, moon, or rising. This week, we are talking about sex and the celestial weather. And we're also, but also, I made a video that kind of covers my sort of perspective and why I'm talking about sex so much this week in all of these videos. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It's the first one that I posted. I posted the entire video on Instagram, so you can check that out there, but it's also being uploaded to YouTube, and it'll all be in the same playlist, okay? Here we go for Gemini. This is what I jotted down for you for the celestial weather. As I was channeling, I was looking at a chart for this week. I actually chose Thursday, December 10th to focus on. That is kind of a special day. I ran it at the time of, I think it was 7:50 a.m. And what I was looking at was a conjunction of the sun with the south node in Sagittarius directly in opposition to the north node, which is in your sign of Gemini at this time. So check out how close, if you're a Gemini sun, how close are you to 19 degrees Gemini? And or do you have anything else at the 19 degree point that could be picking up on this really active energy that is at our disposal, we'll say. So check that out. What was really inspiring, I think, this interest in having a discussion about sacred sexuality and sort of sacred sexual intimacy and intimate relationships, even if that relationship at this time is with the self. So there's no limits to the ways in which you can take some of this messaging and put it into practice or apply it to your own life. You don't have to be partnered to have a sex life, and you can still do internal work while you are partnered. So it's going to work either way. Anyway, let's get right into it. I've been babbling. What I jotted down for you here is a craving for a sense of adventure. Though you have been feeling entertained or stimulated by the networking and some of the digital connections that are available to you at this time. And some of these connections, some of the sort of virtual experiencing that you're having is a bit more satisfying than you actually would have expected. So some of the limitations about the coronavirus haven't affected you necessarily in the same way that it has some other folks. And maybe that's because you're able to work from home, or because you have a fulfilling social life through social media. I'm not sure what this is here, but somehow there is still this sense that the grass is greener wherever you are not. And simultaneously, like, you're such a paradox in this reading, because there's also the sense at the same time that you actually haven't really had the worst of it. So what did I put here? You have been able to some degree distance yourself from some of the ugly experiences of the collective at this time. And as the revolution comes to a boil, you do feel a connection to your own well-being outside of that, as well as a knowledge within yourself that when it is time to do the work, when you're the one who will be sort of the best fit for doing this particular work, that you will do it. And we all know that you will. So it's okay to enjoy whatever bits of enjoyment are coming your direction at this time. Go ahead and allow it. Just, yes. Enjoyment is so important right now. And finding joy and experiencing bliss in the ways that you can is elevating the vibration that we need here. We all need you to enjoy yourself if it is available to you. You may find yourself returning once again to some of the tried and true methods you have had for coping with your discomfort with regard to the feelings department. So emotions and feelings maybe is not your forte, okay? That's all right. You may be turning to some coping mechanisms that you have developed, and that is okay as well. Lean into what makes you feel comfortable, but the moon is making an invitation as it passes over your ruler Mercury in Sagittarius. So the moon will have just passed over Venus in Scorpio and then is meeting up with your ruler Mercury in Sagittarius, so close to this area where we're doing so much resolution of past trauma. So here it really feels like, let's go ahead and connect with the real feelings involved. And I do think that there is potential here for really connecting love and sex, self-love, self-touch, touch of any kind, sensuality, to emotions and to communicating emotions. If you are not partnered, you're doing this communication to and with yourself, but it's so important because there's a great opportunity here for really shifting your shifting the narrative, and it's just time to do that. You've outgrown some of this old stuff. It's really time. So here we go. Let's do it. I lost my place in my notes. Please forgive me. All right. A Scorpio Venus's vibration is depth of feeling. A starting point for you is the next time you are moved to arousal or are experiencing pleasure of any kind. So I think I mentioned this in the video for everyone, but it may have been some other signs video, is giving yourself consent for touching yourself, and if you are partnered, giving your partner consent for touching you, particularly if there has been a bit of a challenge in terms of coming to orgasm, and that is something that you want and you're working on. Try opening up to relaxation through consent. So your partner has permission to touch you, and your partner knows that at any time you may ask for them to stop. Is this okay? Does this feel good? These are some of the questions that can be asked along the way, right? So that there is a sense of security and safety, especially if you're working through some trauma. And trauma that is not related to your partner. It wasn't your partner's doing, but your partner is interacting with this, right? This is happening. Okay, so a starting point for the next time you're moved to arousal, name a feeling, an emotion that accompanies your physical sensation. Witness that your physical sensations and emotional feelings are happening, and just hold space for that. Some of the feelings that you may be feeling may not be what you would describe as like good or positive. And let's make space for that to be okay too, right? So this is deep work. This is not a substitute for therapy. If therapy is something that would help you to heal some of these wounds, okay? I just would like to put that out there. This is not a substitute for therapy or for any professional help that you may need in unpacking and healing some of this trauma. That's for some of you. And for others of you, this is really just about adding another layer of richness to sexual intimacy with self or in partner dynamics, and connecting feelings to physical sensation, which is just going to give us so much more to experience. Okay, give it a try. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Bye.